Hi everybody and welcome to the first episode of News Cartridge. My name is Dandruff and I would just like to tell you guys that the R9 Fury is coming out tomorrow. It will have a price point of $549 American, feature 3,584 stream processors, 4 gigabytes of high bandwidth memory, no more GDDR5, on a 4096-bit bus, with capable up to 512 gigabytes per second memory bandwidth. The GPU base clock will be 1000 megahertz, which is 50 megahertz less than the Fury X. Have 224 texture mapping units, be on a PCIe 3.0 interface. It will support DirectX 12, Mantle, and Vulkan, 224 gigatexels per second, 7.2 teraflops per second compute performance, and a 275 watt TDP. The card itself will require two 8-pin power connectors, as well as it will support FreeSync and be air-cooled. Only 2 manufacturers have actually shown off their cards, being Asus and Sapphire, but hopefully we'll see a XFX as well as Power Color, because Power Color makes some pretty cool looking graphics cards, I gotta say. They're pretty wicked looking. I'll have more on benchmarks for that tomorrow, because I'm not actually going to get a card, because I can't afford to get a card yet. And I'm not reputable enough to get a sample. So, next up, PlayStation 2.0, the PSN Network 2.0. So, an online movement has started to completely redo the PSN network because of not enough options. What they're looking for is an online-offline invisibility status change, so that way you don't have to log online to change your status. Enhanced user profile showing your favorite games, your wish list, direct links to your recordings and screenshots, which is what that's like PlayStation is all about, sharing all of your videos and screenshots and that's why there's a share button on the controller. Continuous trophy syncing, so that way you will never... I don't know what that'll do. I don't know trophies very well. So, better friends list functionality with nicknames, so you can give your buddies nicknames, so they don't have to be their exact usernames. Groups, so that way you can group your friends by game, because I know I have a bunch of people on my friends list that I've met just through gaming alone, just through the game alone, and it'd be a lot easier to know, like, this person I met through Grand Theft Auto, this person I met through Battlefield, this person I met through Watch Dogs. I know Watch Dogs is a multiplayer, but I'm not sure if you can actually add people. More on that later. My personal views is that they need to beef up their security and possibly add some redundancy to their servers, because they need to stop their DDoS attacks. If we all remember, during Christmas, the infamous Lizard Squad attacked Sony as well as Microsoft at the same time, and millions of people were not able to use their Xbox on Christmas Day. For a lot of people, that's a huge gift. And if you're not able to use that the day you get it, that's not a very happy Christmas. So, use the hashtag BetterPSN, to voice your opinion to Sony. And hopefully we can get this started out and we'll have a new network. So, if you've seen my stream at all, I've played a game called Her Story. And the creator as well as the star had given an interview to PC Gamer magazine. The creator, Sam Barlow, worked on Silent Hill Origins, Silent Hill Shattered Memories, as well as the Legacy of Kain, Dead Son. The star of it was Vivia Seifert. I'm sorry, I butchered the living hell out of that. Anyway, what Sam Barlow wanted to do, was create a police-inspired crime-solving game, but he didn't want to do it through, traditional means. He wanted to try to find a more interactive way of doing it. He thought about using things like motion capture, like they did in L.A. Noire, where they motion captured the face. But what happened with L.A. Noire is that you ended up in Uncanny Valley territory, which is the point where graphics start to look so good, they look creepy. So yeah, for some people it's really off-putting because they had their facial models were captured separate from their body movements, and it just kind of looked all weird. And I can agree. The little bit I did play of LA Noire, it you know, you can get past it. You know, it's a game. It's not the reason why you're, you know, that's not going to totally turn everybody off. Obviously, it did pretty well. The PC port is locked at 30 frames a second, but that's again because I'm pretty sure because of the motion capture. Anyway, what they had thought about doing was, or you know, what he was trying to do is, you know, you get these little quirks of your face to go, and you just can't do it with motion capture. So what he concluded to doing is, hey, why not just film it? And it ended up being cheaper, it ended up being faster, and it just ended up being an overall better solution. So they then took the film, broke it up over a different thing, into different segments, make you piece them together, and that's how you solve the murder. So originally, actually, a little tidbit of information about this: the script ended up being 300 pages to begin with, but that because it was 1 page per scene, but then after they cut and pasted it, cut it all down, it ended up being 80 pages long. So the game is absolutely wonderful to play. If you haven't bought it, I'm not sure if it's still on sale. If it's not on sale, it'd be $5.99 on Steam, which is still not very much for a game of that caliber. Just wow. So if you would like to see me playing her story, the link will be down below in the description. You won't. It'll be on a different video that I played something earlier. I'm still trying to learn how to do things with video editing. Next up, World of Warcraft movie is almost done. The director Duncan Jones says that the movie is only about 10 shots away from being complete, and then after that they'll just need to edit it, do marketing for it, distribute it, which is, you know, make copies of it, send it out to different movie theaters, and we'll have a Warcraft movie. I'm kind of excited. I'd like to see that. I played World of Warcraft for 5 years, as you can see over here. He said that if the movie does well, he would like to do a sequel or even 2. So that'd be pretty nice. We'll have to see. It all depends on how good it is. The scheduled release for it is June 10th, 2016. And if you don't know, if you've never seen, Blizzard makes some of the best CGI ever, and I mean they always have. If you go back, I mean, if you watch the StarCraft 1 CGI, it doesn't look good for today's standards, but back then, oh wow, it was better than anything, better than, you know. You've never seen CGI like that, and it's still the case. They are still putting out some of the best CGI ever. So it'd be really cool to see CGI orcs and goblins, or not goblins, orcs and trolls, and actually, yeah, there are goblins now. Forgot about that. Versus humans, dwarves, werewolves, and night elves. That'd be pretty cool. I know there's more. Yeah. Alright, well, that's it for the news today. Notable game releases for out today are for PC, the Red Solstice, Transversor, Trove, Cosmophony, Hello Kitty, and the San Reno Friends Racing. I will be playing the living shit out of that game. And Replay, VHS is not dead. Nothing else for any consoles except for Wii U, which is Don't Crash and Don't Dare Up Adrenaline. And for iOS, Don't Starve Pocket Edition, which I'm really happy to see that Don't Starve has come to iOS and mobile devices, because Don't Starve is a wonderful, wonderful survival game with a very unique art style, and it's probably the best pure survival game that's not zombie related and not dinosaur related. So, yeah, I'm sorry if I go on and about it. It's because I really like that game. Shooting Stars, as well as Splendor. Well, everybody, thanks. That's it. That's all the news for today, July 9th, 2015. I hope to see you tomorrow. This has been Dandruff with News Cartridge.